1.1.3 Exercise and fitness as part of your healthy active lifestyle. Skill related fitness. In this topic, we'll be looking at the following: the fitness components that make up skill related fitness and their definitions, and then the importance of each component in sport. Okay then, so skill related fitness. This is what allows people to become good at sporting activities. We looked at health related fitness in the previous topic, which looked at the fitness components needed in everyday life and in sport, but skill related fitness are fitness components that are more kind of suited, more specific to sport. Different sports require different skill related fitness components, or in many cases, a combination of them. Okay, and in this picture we can start to identify some of the characteristics, some of the fitness components that you would need in those sports in order to be successful. Okay then, so we're going to identify the 6 different fitness components in skill related fitness. First one is agility, then balance, coordination, power, reaction time, and speed. Okay then, so the first fitness component, agility, this is defined as the ability to change the position of the body quickly and to control the movement of the whole body. Okay, so basically this is allowing us to change direction at speed. Okay, so if we look at the example of Cristiano Ronaldo here, when he's dribbling, he'll be dribbling at quite an excessive speed. In order to fool the defender, he'll feint to go one way. Very quickly he'll change direction to go the other way and dribble into the space that he's just created. Okay, so agility is the ability to change direction quickly. Next fitness component is balance. And the definition of balance is the ability to retain the centre of mass of the body above the base of support with reference to static or stationary or dynamic, another word for changing, conditions of movement, shape and orientation. So this basically means that we're able to stay upright, whether we're actually on the move or in a stationary position. Okay, so we've all got pretty much a good sense of what balance is, but the key thing is being able to stay upright. And when we talk about our base of support, we're talking about our feet if we're running or stood up, or it could be that we're on our hands if we're doing a handstand. So it's the base of support is the point at which we make contact with the floor using our body. And it's important to remember that balance is also needed when we're on the move. Typically people think of balance as being a stationary thing, but the key thing here is that it's also on the move. So we have a picture of the gymnast here, so we can see how the concept of balance is applied here. Here she's in a static position, holding that balance on a very thin beam, but she also required balance as she was walking across the beam in order to that initial position. Next fitness component then is coordination, and that's definition is the ability to use 2 or more body parts together. Okay, so this allows us to use more than one part of the body at the same time, such as hand-eye coordination, foot-eye coordination, other things such as head-eye coordination. So this is the ability to kind of use one body part whilst you're doing something else. It's kind of multitasking. So we have an example here of Rafa Nadal. Tennis players are a really good example of people who need coordination, because as he's moving about on the court, using his legs to move forward or backwards or sideways, he's also having to use his arms to drive the racket in order to hit the ball. So he's using his hand-eye coordination in order to play a shot. Next fitness component then is power, and the definition of power is the ability to undertake strength performances quickly. So a lot of time people confuse power and strength, but with this equation we can see that power equals strength times speed. So strength plays an important role in the use of power, but the key thing here is that it's done at speed. Okay, so power allows us to exert great force quickly, and we can look at this example here of Jessica. She's doing the long jump here, and she requires power in order to drive off the takeoff board in long jump in order to gain height and distance when she's performing the jump. So power is using strength but done with an element of quickness about it. Next fitness component is reaction time, and this is the time between the presentation of a stimulus and the onset of a movement. Okay, so this allows us to respond quickly to something that might occur in the activity. So stimulus is something that, a piece of information you see or you sense within the activity. So that stimulus could be the starting pistol in 100 metres, or in the example here, Joe Hart saving a penalty. The stimulus is the opponent kicking the ball, and Joe Hart has to use his reaction time to respond quickly to the direction that the ball is travelling in order to get there and make the save. Final fitness component is speed. Okay, and this is a little bit more complicated with this definition. And this is the differential rate at which an individual is able to perform a movement or cover a distance in a period of time. So basically this is allowing us to perform actions or move very quickly. Okay, which I'm pretty sure that most of us will have a good understanding of already. In this example then, we have Olympic cyclist. She needs speed in order to move her legs very quickly, which will then drive the pedals on her bike to get around the track in a quicker speed. And obviously reduce the time it takes for her to get around the track and make her more effective at beating her opponent. So, skill-related fitness, there's 6 fitness components. So we need to remember agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time, and speed. Okay, and the acronym I'm going to use to remember this is Angry Blue Chickens, Peck Red Seed. Okay, so it's Angry Blue Chickens, Peck Red Seed. By all means, come up with your own acronym to remember these 6 fitness components. So, the thing with skill-related fitness, you need to remember, in order to be successful in the sport, a combination of all these skill-related fitness components is needed. So here we've got Sam Burgess, who was a rugby league player and has recently moved over to rugby union. If we think about rugby union and the fitness components he might need, if we think of agility, he's going to need that in order to beat players when he's on the attack, when he's running with the ball, so that he can pretend to go one way and then change that quickly to move into space in order to beat his opponent. He also needs balance. When he's changing very quickly, when he's running with the ball, if he hasn't got good balance, he can be knocked to the ground very, very easy, and that will make it easier for the defenders to stop him in his tracks. Coordination, he needs to be able to pass and to catch the ball while he's on the move. He will not be an effective rugby player if he had to be stood still in order to pass the ball or to receive it, because it make him a very easy target to be tackled. He also needs power. If you look at the size of him, he's very muscular. That power is needed in order to move forward at speed when he's on the run, but also when he's making a tackle. He can make a very quick and effective tackle using all his power to bring the opponent down. And finally, in his reaction time, okay, if the ball's being kicked and it bounces with it not being a perfectly round ball, it will bounce in different directions. It's very hard to predict where the ball's going to bounce, and his reaction time will allow him to respond to the direction the ball has bounced and pick it up very quickly. Okay then, so what now? First of all, I want you to re-watch this video as many times as you need to so you fully understand the topic of skill-related fitness. Then, I want you to fill in all the boxes in your Flip Learning Lab. Make sure you provide plenty of detail. If you need to turn the page over and write more notes on the back, feel free to do so. But remember, you need these with notes for revision. And finally, you will apply this knowledge in next week's lesson. So make sure that you come to the lesson fully equipped with all the knowledge and understanding of this topic.